Oh my gosh, guys, it's so cold and so wet out today. I think I better get home. Did you guys hear that? Wait, I'm gonna get somewhere quiet so maybe you can. Oh my gosh. It's me, Mr. Kerr, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about landforms today. This right here is actually a plain. Technically, it's a floodplain because Nashville, as some of you guys know, and as you can tell right now, it floods. Water builds up and it erodes dirt and structures to flatten it out and make something like this, a plain. Let me show you. You see how it's flat? The good thing about plains, and you probably live on one, is that because they are flat, you can build structures on them. Let me show you some more landforms. Now I know what you're thinking. This kind of looks like a river, but I want you to rethink that. It's raining, right? So the water is a little bit higher than it normally is. So instead of calling it a river, how about we designate this as a stream? Something that either feeds into a larger flowing body of water or comes out of one. This stream is going into a bigger river, which I'll show you here in a second. This is a little closer to a river. It's not technically this is a little bit smaller, so we call it a creek, but you get the idea. What a river does is it carries sediments like the ones from our plain downstream and builds it up into deposition, or deltas, as you might have heard before. As you can see right now, this river is flowing really, really fast. Does anyone have a guess for why that's happening? Right, because it's raining outside and I need to get inside as soon as I can. But first I'm gonna show you downriver so you can see exactly how big it is and how fast it's flowing. So there we go. Oh, you can see some currents going through. There's a lot of sediments moving downstream, and I bet they're building up somewhere else. What do we call that again? That's right, it's erosion. Because I'm moving those sediments away from where they originally are. Now, this process of erosion and also weathering is what makes our landforms. All of them. It just happens in different ways. Let me show you. Now, I know you might be tempted to say, Mr. Kerr, this is a mountain, obviously, because it goes so high, and it's made of that rock structure, which we've learned about before. Actually, it's not really a mountain. We'll call this a ridge, because it goes up high, and it's the highest point of where I live, and then there's a steep drop, okay? Kind of like a canyon and a mountain, but we kind of cheated with these landforms. You remember that process about breaking things apart? Weathering, right. We actually weathered these rocks by hand. Well, not by hand. We used tools to break these rocks apart so that houses could be built on top of this higher elevation. This is a ridge. You can tell it's a ridge if you keep looking this way. It goes steep high up, and there's these rock structures behind it. Now that we've gone past the ridges, you can start to see it level down. That's because actually, this landform was originally a hill. We don't live at a plate boundary. When two plates of the earth come together, they push up sometimes and form these mountains. Nashville is not a plate boundary, but we do have a lot of hills. Now I am tired and wet, so I think I'm gonna go inside. Oh, you thought we were done learning just because we're inside now? No. Let me show you something. So I decided to start playing this game, Minecraft, because I heard there's a lot of landforms inside of each of the biomes. For example, right here, I get to see that there are some mountains, right? And I know they're not hills because they extend far into the sky, and they had, you can tell because of the layer of snow that's forming on the top. That's telling me that it's a high altitude, that there's not a lot of air up there, so it gets really, really cold. And then between these mountains and these low areas, we call those valleys, right? Now, here's what I want you guys to do. You might be in your home today. It might stop raining soon. I don't know, but I have a list of landforms that I want you to either find or model or search for in some sort of game or movie or television show that you are watching today. Okay, I look forward to seeing your models and your examples of these landforms. Here's the examples.